comment on the screen leads me to this, and it's going to be years before we find this out. But Texas A&M, in my eyes, got a recruiting boost when they joined the SEC.
Yeah.
Texas hasn't really needed a recruiting boost, but we'll see what the factors are there when they join the SEC. So combine the SEC brand with Texas, and then let's see how they play in the league. And it's going to be with those two schools, Texas A&M, on the same ground in the same possible division or pod, just going head to head and being in the same conference is going to be something to behold.
I think the thing when you talk with people around here about Texas is they're going to have to be a lot better in the trenches and get there fast once they get to the SEC. I think that's something Texas A&M had to learn when they came from the Big 12 to the SEC, is just how good you have to be on the defensive line and on the offensive line on a week-to-week basis. And if you're not, you're going to have problems in this league. And, I think you've seen Texas start to, I think they took 7 defensive linemen last year and start to beef up front. And obviously with a coaching staff that has an SEC background, kind of understands that as well. It's going to lead to some fascinating recruiting battles. And, there's going to be blows going back and forth. This year has kind of been the blow of Arch Manning and what that brought to A&M. And last year was A&M getting on a roll with Connor Wigman. And it's going to be a fascinating recruiting grounds to watch over the next couple of years. But if you're inside the state of Texas, I think the noteworthy thing is the past 2 years with the way A&M has been recruiting and the way Texas is recruiting this cycle, hasn't been as many players yet that have left the state to go out of state as maybe in past years when guys were going to Ohio State and Alabama and some of those schools. There hasn't been as many cases of that. And I think that's kind of what people are watching in Florida too. If that's going to happen in Florida with Mario Cristobal and Billy Napier and Mike Norvell, there is can they keep more of those guys at home as well? And those are kind of the recruiting trends I think people are keeping a close eye on right now.